Today we're comparing the Generation 1 1984 Optimus Prime with the 2022 LEGO Optimus Prime. Let's get into this. Alright guys, so we're not really comparing apples to apples here, are we? Definitely not in size. This is a lot bigger. The LEGO one is a lot bigger than the original toy, which I'm completely fine with. I love the scale of the LEGO one. It's so much more grand than the toy, for sure. But they're both, I want to say this here, they're both very playable. They both are very fun to play with. This guy is pretty poseable, and so is this guy, obviously, meant for play. This one is rated as 18 plus, but I don't know why LEGO really does that. It's just weird. So first we're going to compare them in robot mode, and then later on we're going to transform them and then compare them in truck mode. First I want to talk about the contents that they come with. They both come with a gun. This guy came with extra hands that you put in his headlights. This guy came with a trailer. This guy came with a jetpack. 2022 LEGO one came with a jetpack. Energon axe, the Matrix of Leadership. The 1984 one did not come with an Energon axe or a Matrix of Leadership. They did come with a gun and his hands and a couple robots to put inside the trailer. The LEGO one also came with an extra hand to replace Energon axe, the sign, like a little display plaque, a bumper, and then a pink Energon cube, which is accurate from the show. Both of these Transformers are really cool, and they both look very similar. Some of the chrome has definitely worn off of the original toy. It used to be a lot chromier, but this is what I got. My dad got this for Christmas way back in 1984. We actually got this picture of him opening it on Christmas Day, which is really, really cool. I'm pretty sure this LEGO one was based off of a different version of Optimus Prime, not necessarily the original toy, which I'm completely fine with. I like the way that his hands transform into the truck, so you don't have to take the hands off of him like in the original toy. One thing for sure I did notice, this Optimus Prime obviously has yellow eyes. The original G1 1984 one does, but the LEGO one has blue eyes, so that's a little bit weird to me. They would think he'd have the same color eyes. Well, like I said, I think that LEGO one is definitely based off of a different Optimus Prime than this one. Both look pretty similar. They both have 6 tires. They both roll pretty good. Before we transform in truck mode, I want to compare the LEGO one with the 2018 LEGO Ideas Voltron. If I can do it without his sword coming off. So as you can see, both of these guys, they're massive. Voltron definitely is bigger, and he was $10 more back in 2018, and with the price going up on the Optimus Prime, these guys will both be the same price coming here soon, so that's definitely some inflation for sure. But yeah, they're both really cool. They both kind of transform, because Voltron starts off as 5 lions and then transforms into this, or you add all the lions together and you get a giant robot here. And Optimus, of course, is a robot, and then he can transform into a truck. The Voltron's definitely a little more colorful, but I also like there's less colors on Optimus. It looks a little more sleek, a little more simple for sure. So now let's transform them right back into truck mode so they can blend in. The transforming process is very easy for both of these guys. I really cannot complain at all. This guy is a little loose for sure because he's been transformed so many times. And if there's a counter, like an odometer on a car, it would be thousands of times that he's transformed from truck to robot probably. This guy is very new. His joints are still very stiff, very easy to transform. One thing to point out, you have to take the jetpack off of the LEGO Optimus Prime, but the 1984 one, you have to take the hands off, so there's something you gotta take off of both of them. Let's transform these guys, and we'll compare them.
Autobots, transform and roll out!
Alright guys, so now that they're both in truck mode, we can compare them as trucks, which is really cool. I mean, the concept of Transformers in itself is very cool to me. Cars and robots are very cool. They both roll, obviously. I'm going to take the trailer away. He was part of the original Transformer part, the trailer was. I'm taking it away just for the case of comparing. The size difference is pretty big. This one's quite a bit bigger, but to me it's amazing how much smaller the truck seems than the robot was. At least to me, you probably have to be in person to actually really feel that way. But they're both very cool in truck mode. Like I said, this one's a little bit loose. Some of the tolerances and the joints and stuff don't quite fit together like they used to. But he still definitely does roll and definitely behaves like Optimus should most of the time. So yeah, both of them roll very nicely. One thing I don't like as much about the LEGO one is there is quite a few more gaps, especially behind. So you can actually see Optimus's face almost in the back, whereas on the original toy, the face was pretty much covered up. But the LEGO one, you can almost see his face, and there's quite a few gaps through here. I may try and fix some of those in a modification, just for the sake of comparing the LEGO set to the original toy. As the LEGO set came, there is definitely some gaps there and some gaps on the top. But the LEGO designer who designed this Optimus Prime did a fantastic job, and I want to applaud them very much. They did an amazing job, so great job to them, because it looks awesome. Another thing I want to point out is the windows here. There are windows on the side of Optimus on the toy, and on the LEGO one there are windows as well, but there's not really anything. It's just a gap, and mainly it's for the arms. Both of these look really cool in truck mode. I was going to build a trailer for this one, but Hashiroku24 on YouTube built an amazing one, and I don't even want to try and compare with him, so I don't think I'm going to do that. I hope that you really saw some differences between the two. It was really nice to compare them. So that'll wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time at Dynamic Productions. Thanks for watching.